Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Factorio for Absolute Beginners. So while we wait for the lab research to finish, I was thinking of trying to set up the next artillery. So I'm going to put one in, I think it's Copper Mine South we were looking at. Just get another artillery turret. Let's check if that's left us low on anything particularly. Oh yeah, gears and steel plate. Nothing too critical, I don't think. We're also going to need another train stop, at least 2 traffic lights. And I guess we'll just see what else we end up using. No, we do get copper. Apparently we just... At least we normally get copper, we've actually got more than we need. So right, that's fine. Okay. Right, so maybe you should get out of the way. It looks like you just came from Copper Mine South, so you can just take me back. So I don't know if this is the perfect location, but partly I was just thinking because it has a through road anyway. It might be a good option. Although to be fair, we could probably just stick one here as well. Let's see. Right, so ideally, where should the artillery actually be? I'm going to be tempted to put it down here. Or maybe somewhere more central would make sense. I might go central actually. Oh, next to the radar? Let's do next to the radar. Might not give us the best coverage, but I'm sure it will be more than adequate. Okay. So I could probably... stick a station here. Artillery, Copper South. just want to put a break in for now. Make sure that we don't activate it prematurely. Okay. So then if we get the artillery train, so I now want to add a second artillery pickup southwest with full cargo, and then artillery copper south with 10 past 30 seconds. So we just check that this offloads successfully. I'm going to need to follow it all the way down. It's fairly clear where it's going. There we go. And you can take me home. So yeah, I'm not expecting that to be operational anytime soon. I'm leaving it so that the next artillery drop-off is going back to the quarry, because those are operational, so we need to keep them being restored. But hopefully if we can keep an eye on our artillery shell production, we can keep those being filled up. Yeah, so it looks like it's steel plate that's the concern here. So I'm just going to cheat and give them a load of steel plates. It does look like we've got them coming in at a decent rate, but this will allow them to back up a bit. Let's just replace that. Yeah, looks pretty good insofar as it goes. We're still missing steel plates. Could do with another fast inserter. So some things like the fast inserter and the underground belt I'm not having replenished directly, partly because we're not manufacturing them automatically. But as soon as I make them, the components I use to make them should be replenished. Which is always nice. They seem to have a lot of steel coming in. If we've got any particular issues there. Yellow valves on the way. Okay, in that case, I might just see if we have any more drones. Got a couple. We can just keep this going. Right, I think I might actually stick that there this time. Need another one down there, right? We've got a bit of a gap there in the orange. Still, never mind. As long as we fill the gaps in, that's what matters. Need to make sure we don't just leave them. But the more complete coverage we can manage up here, the better. Let's just see if we can accelerate the yellow vials at all. What are you missing? Flying robot frames. That I can help with. Let me put them in here instead. No obvious hold up on those, I think it's just a matter of time. Which is fair enough. Construction robots. I don't actually know if I need any more at the moment. I think things are getting filled in pretty effectively on the whole. While I'm at it, I might just make you into a passive provider chest and put in a request for advanced circuits. Save a bit of effort later, and maybe we can do the same up here. You're not on the logistics network yet. Fair enough. I'll put in the request anyway. And make a few more passive provider chests. Okay. Right, well, seeing as I still haven't got anything coming, I'm going to check some iron mines, because we're not exactly drowning in iron, and it has been a while since I've checked them, and this is like the one thing that we still need to do manually, so let's just get on board. Iron Mine West is next, apparently. Works for me. Do need to keep on top of any mines which might be running out. I don't know if we've checked for a while. And having put all that steel into yellow vial manufacture, hopefully that will sort this out while we're checking this. Plus I think it did get stopped here at one point, if only briefly, so it's a good one to check. Yeah, there we go. Lost 3 mines. Bit questionable as to whether there's any actual iron under here, but in theory it's able to reach some. Get these areas a bit of repair as well while we're at it. I think it's going to be quite some time before I can give him any artillery or even any drone support. Not too bad otherwise. Still, I may as well drop you off my ammunition. I can always pick up some more back at the base. Yes, we would have been held up quite badly here, but hopefully next time it comes around we won't be. So that's one potential massive hold up on the iron dealt with. Should get us back to base pretty much in time for the research to be done. Let's pick up some ammunition for the next base visit. Okay, so options. We have many options. Now we really got to remember our ultimate goal here is to get off this planet. So we ought to be looking at things which allow us to build rockets. On the other hand, we do have a whole bunch of additional potentially useful items. Never found effect transmission to be all that useful personally. Discharge defense could be useful. Electric energy distribution too. Do we need coal liquefaction? Might give us another option for producing any particular things that we need. Let's have a look at our options. Rocket silo, right, so okay, so what do we need for a rocket silo? Right, so we actually need to research the extra productivity modules. So that's what we've been missing there. So let's at least make a start on those. Because it probably won't take us very long, because I think we've got some cyan vials stockpiled. And this doesn't need any of the yellow ones. So we should be able to kind of speed through this. So it's productivity and speed that we need. So in theory that might actually be enough to win us the game, oddly enough. I don't feel like we've done quite everything we could do. A lot of the things we're working on are mostly a matter of time now. Still, where are you going next? Artillery coal. Well, let me send you off. And then we can start stockpiling for trying to reactivate the artillery nuclear. You do have to wonder about that coal liquefaction option. Okay, got through that one quickly enough. Speed module 2 now. Reaction 3, coal liquefaction. What do we need for Power Armor Mark 2? Oh right, Efficiency Module 2 for that one. I would like to build the Destroyer as well. And some of these items. They do seem to be quite rammed in terms of coal though. So maybe the coal liquefaction might be worth getting. How are we in terms of these? So we've got a lot of heavy oil. We've got a whole load of light oil, although I think we are breaking that down into petroleum. Although possibly not quickly enough. So we might want to do the heavy oil and light oil to try and, yeah. Interesting. Okay, well let's give ourselves more options. Let's do coal liquefaction. And we'll see if there's anything we can achieve with that. Other than that, these things seem to be going quite well. Is there anything we can do to speed up this? There is. I'm just thinking because I would quite like to get this included if possible. See, that's just enough to put it in reach. And we've got a bit missing down here, haven't we? That's fine. I'll just put you there. So that's should just be getting our processing units up to 100. Right, let's go and check that iron mine as well. While the coal liquefaction is going. Sure what you guys think you're bringing me. You better hurry up because I am getting out of here. Too late. Oh, it's probably just steel. That's fair enough. Yep, this is just the module 2. Yeah, I hadn't noticed the dependency on that before because I usually do all the modules anyway. But yeah, it looks like we need to research them even if we're not planning to use them. I'm not using them this time because I did a bit more looking into it and it doesn't seem like they're that cost effective. Now the first level of modules very cost effective, but the others not so much. Okay, right. So we're going to want these going in this direction. And while I'm here, let's do some laser turrets. It's not like we just researched these for fun after all. So that should give this base better defense, seeing as it is rather out on a limb. Hopefully its iron production will improve now as well. Okay, we've got coal liquefaction. A few other things we could try to put in theory, but maybe we should get these modules done. And look at actually getting the coal liquefaction process to happen. Well, I guess realistically, well, let's have a look, because I guess it's a recipe. So coal, heavy oil and steam makes heavy oil and light oil and petroleum gas, right? So it's just an alternative way to make the various oils. It does seem to quite heavily favour heavy oil, which might not be a bad thing. Doesn't help us much in terms of our light oil being quite overused though. Not overused, over-equipped. Right, so that's petroleum, which is fine, but that's the thing we never seem to have enough of. It's our light oil. So what are we actually using this for? Rocket fuel. Ah, that's a problem. We've allowed ourselves to get full up of rocket fuel. There we go. That should get our light oil being used again. A bit more. Right, you go on to the productivity module 3. because I'm still thinking about coal liquefaction at the moment. So we need heavy oil and coal for this, essentially. So we've got a load of heavy oil here. And we want a refinery. Oil refinery, so we need some stone bricks to make one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make one, even though I'm not totally sure it's actually going to be that useful. Okay, stone bricks live here. Let's make an oil refinery, and then I'll see if I can dump the stone bricks back in. Yep. Okay, we're also going to need steam. Which is interesting, actually. So that being the case, we might be better off being nearer some water. Probably not, actually. Right, so we don't need crude oil. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it, I'm just going to put it here. Right, let's set the recipe. Coal liquefaction. I can use productivity modules on this. So, steam is going to be the really tricky one, I think. Heavy oil, I don't think should be much of a problem. That's our heavy oil basically dealt with. I'm going to get heavy oil, light oil and petroleum gas out. Okay. Slightly annoyingly, our heavy oil is coming out furthest away. But that will deal with that, at least. I feel like I should have pipes on a request. How pipes live? Those are engines. Those are pipes. Okay. I'll put you in a passive provider chest. And I'm going to request pipes. I should always have 100 pipes. I'm going to make a bunch of pipes to ground. It's not often I see all of the lights lit. It looks like there might be cyans in there, but not in here. Never mind, I'm not going to fret about it. Oh, you're just missing engine units, apparently. That's surprising. Okay. Well, I'm not in any hurry for this one anyway, so I shall not worry about it. Let's just get back to this. Right, so what else have we got? We've got light oil and petroleum gas. Right, so the light oil isn't so bad. I sort of feed it back down here. Unfortunately, these are all in the way. So we either come down this side or that side. I might come down this side for this one. Just because we've got some stuff that needs to go over there anyway. A very haphazard way of doing this. I feel like I should put the pipes here. We don't use them that often, but it's not like I have anything else there particularly. Right, okay. And then the petroleum gas. I guess I could try to send down this side. Alright. Let me interrupt you. It's definitely all petroleum gas, isn't it? Yes. Okay, sounds good. And then you go in there. And then that's everything except the steam now. So for steam, I'm presumably going to need a boiler. Like a coal-powered boiler again. I'm going to be bringing coal down in any case. So I need somewhere with water, ideally. Definitely brought water quite a way over here, because we need it for some of these things. Yeah, there's some. No problem. Loads of water knocking around. Right, okay, so in that case, let's put our new steam engine here. And use a horribly circuitous route. Alright, that's not supposed to be steam mill, that's supposed to be water. Ah, right. Sorry, that's not the boiler. That's the boiler, for which I need a stone furnace. Okay, well, is this still going? That's still going, so that's fine. And we should have stone furnaces in the stuff we don't need anymore section. There we go. Then we need the steam to come up here, which is fine, shouldn't be a big problem. Oh. Okay then, make that a little longer. You need power, and you also need a supply of coal, as does the boiler. I suppose I might as well use a fast one. Okay, so in theory, if I dump some wood in there, for example, this should now start working. And there we go. I should probably set it up to use a more permanent source of coal. Actually, looks like we might be better off with the coal that we had here anyway. So how would we do this? We come down there. Yeah, that'll probably work. I'll stick a splitter in. Dump this coal I'm carrying because I don't really need it. Put some power in there. And I think that's done. So yeah, that's probably not really that useful or necessary, but it is another option for creating heavy oil, light oil and petroleum gas. I'm reasonably sure that you get more heavy oil out than you put in because you're using the coal and the steam as well. So it should make us richer in all three. And it just uses up some of the excess coal that you probably don't need as much once you get nuclear power working. So yeah, in theory having this boiler is polluting. But I'm not too worried. And it was partly just to experiment with it. So yeah, we now have working coal liquefaction. So let's just remake some of these items. Don't seem to be getting our pipes replenished that quickly. We're just outside the catchment area or something. I guess we must have been. Fair enough. Alright, so we didn't actually need the steam engine. I made a steam engine completely unnecessarily. Never mind, I'll just dump it. Just mistakenly thought that was a boiler, which of course it isn't. And we're out of cyan vials now. Nope, fair enough. How are we for iron? Not amazing, I have to say. Can't believe it's got stuck there again. This rate I'm going to have to be checking that one more time. But never mind. Right, so not as much stuff achieved there, I don't think. We had severe engines. Seriously, guys. It's not one thing, it's another. It's like a steel again, isn't it? And general lack of iron. That's fair enough. So, yeah, it was a little bit middling. We had a look at the things we need to research to make the rocket, and there doesn't seem to be that much actually left. Productivity and speed modules, basically. I would like to do a few other things first. So I did try experimenting with coal liquefaction, as we just saw, which is now working. In certain circumstances that would have been really useful, but as things stand here and now, probably wasn't that essential really. But it's nice to get it working anyway. We've also set up artillery copper south, which will, in the potentially distant future, hopefully provide us with another source of artillery protection. We haven't attempted to activate any artillery this time though. And we did expand the base coverage a little. So one of the things I do want to do is try putting construction droids in a remote location so that we can set up mines and such like. But I was going to try to make sure we had the entire base covered before I did that. Partly just so that we've got this whole replenishment thing working. Did expand that a little to include the processing units in the advanced circuits, but nothing too major. And we fixed a couple of iron mines. And that pretty much covers what we did today. Oh, we set up the pipes as well for automatic replenishment. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's all progressing. I kind of feel like in a lot of ways we are quite close to the end of the game now. You can obviously carry on beyond, but I wasn't planning on doing so, partly because Space Age is out now. So, came out partway through this series. So really, a lot of the time when people are playing it now, they'll be going on to the Space Age anyway, but it doesn't change that much how the game is played, I don't think. It just means you can go further. You can go much further. But yeah, might still make a few more things before we do the rocket silo, but we are definitely getting close to it. But if nothing else, I'll definitely have a go at doing the off-site droids just to show how those work. Mostly useful for mines and repairs. But I will leave it there for now, with our coal liquefaction working. I look out to be standing over there really, because that's the main achievement. Very haphazard layout of lines, but it does in fact work. So yeah, we're producing even more oil. Oh yeah, we also started making rocket fuel again, as I hadn't realised we were overdosing on light oil because I wasn't making rocket fuel anymore. But we are actually going to need that, I believe. So it's good that we are producing it again. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.